I will tell you in one word, it's freedom. I am free. I am really free. I cannot tell you how much I anticipate. I said it last night at the banquet we were at. I can't wait till Sunday.
What was there a defining moment in your life?
Oh, yeah.
What was that like? When you started tasting freedom?
Yeah. Well, I write about it in my book, Saying It Well. I found out who I was. I accepted who I am. Didn't like everything about it, but I accepted the person God made inside the skin. Then I began to be who I am. I wasn't this way at the first. We were in New England, and boy, it was miserable. I was making it miserable, and I said to Cynthia one Sunday afternoon, "What is wrong? This is just really tough." She said, "Well, you're not who you really are when you get in the pulpit." I said, "What does that mean?" Because you and I both had studied under the greats. So I was like the beast in Daniel 2. I was a little bit of every one of them, especially the clay feet. And I was trying to be a little bit of Bruce Waltke and a little bit of John Waldron and a little bit of Dwight
Pantheon, the Pantheon.
And this is the way Hendricks would say it, and this is the way, now how would Zane Hodges have said it this? And you could name them. And she said, "You know what, you're so much fun at home. I just wish you would be you in the pulpit." I said, I can't do that. I can't be that. And as is true of many guys, you learn your best stuff from your wife. And she didn't let up. She said, "You can be that. You can be." And I said, honey, I mean, this is New England. She said, "All the more reason. Be who you are." The old country preacher says, "Be who you is."
Yeah, right.
Because if you ain't who you is who you ain't. And I was who I wasn't. And I didn't even know. Because when I got in the pulpit, it was severe.
Sure.
A lot of reproof, driving the sheep, a lot of frowns. I mean, we got to get this straight. These are biblical principles, and, eternity's at stake. And she said, "We all know all of those things. But we just need to be charmed into righteousness," which is a line Reinhold Niebuhr used in one of his works. People need to be charmed into righteousness. And Michael, I risked that. We moved, and I came to a little church in Irving, Texas. And I decided on my way, I'm gonna use this whole new approach. I'm gonna be who I am. For 4 years there, and then when we went to Fullerton, California, I really began to hit my stride, if you will.
Now, was that scary when you started
it was.
Stepping out from behind that?
Yeah, it was scary.
That persona?
Yeah, same for you. You come from your rigid background. You had to break through yourself.
Yeah.
Remember when it happened?
It's still happening.
Yeah. It's not a one day and it's all done, is it? One and done deal.
I think sometimes, and you know this, I always call it chump change theology. You work like a dog, 12 hours in the study, 20, 30, and you preach a sermon, and you wanted them to get this, and some guy says, "I heard you say that, and it changed my whole life." And I go, "I said that?"
I know. I have
never said that. I never said that.
I think you're thinking of
Write that down.
Charles Stanley said that. He thinks I'm the guy. In fact, a funny thing happened. I was at the church, and a lady came by and she said, "Oh, Dr. Dobson, I want to thank you so much for all you've done for the kingdom." She said, "In fact, I brought your book. Would you sign it?" And it's Dobson's book. And I said, "Sure, give me that book." So I signed it, Jim Dobson. And she, "Oh, thank you. I will never forget today." And she walks out. Yeah, I am cracking up. Well, I called Jim the next day. I say, "Jim, hey, man, you never guess what happened." And I told him. He laughed. He says, "I sign your books all the time." Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Now, Michael, years ago, I wouldn't have let myself have that much fun. Because if it's spiritual, it can't be enjoyable.